Welcome to Why Rush Racing, and welcome to another gear review. Today, we're going to talk about my jalopy here, but more specifically, we're talking about rear tires, or what I've been running lately. Lately it's been this one here on the left. What that is the Sedona MX907. If you see it, you'll kind of remember it because, well, let's just go here to the back. Real curvy kind of looking thing here. It's not your more traditional pattern like the Shinko here that I have on there now. It's very, I don't know what you would call it, but it's not symmetrical looking at all. And so it makes it kind of an interesting tire. Lots of people come up and ask you about it. What is it? Where is it? And so yeah, it's unique, and it's a good tire. I won't lie to you. What sold me on it? Bonecutter Betas, who I bought it from, and I kind of went up to them one day and said, "Hey, I want to buy a tire from you guys. What do you got?" And they said, "Well, you have a few different tires." And I said, "Well, what's affordable? Because I'm cheap." And they said, "Well, what we would recommend anyways is actually this guy here, the Sedona MX907." And they said, and I said, "Well, okay, who runs it or what?" No, that's not what it was. Actually, I remember it now. I said, I saw Andrew Smith, and if you were on the Missouri series at all, you know who he is. Saw Andrew running it, and said, yeah, he runs it, and so does, as well as Wyatt Bonecutter. So they were both running these tires, and I said, you know what, shoot, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. And I have not been disappointed. Man, the traction was great when they're new. Now, pretty well worn off, and I've been running this since, November, December, so it's been quite a number of races that I've been wearing this dude out. So, and it's been done really well with the kind of potential mutter that I have coming up this weekend. I decided to go ahead and switch over tires. Otherwise, I probably would have ran it another race if it would have been dry conditions. But with the way it is, I'm going to put on new. The one downside to this is I'm pretty low tech when it comes to tire change outs. And it makes me want to just pay somebody to change out tires. So these sidewalls are pretty stiff on these dudes. In fact, it's kind of a bonus though, is like if you can run the pressures a little lower, and if you do happen to get a flat, typically you can kind of ride it out for a bit. But when it comes to changing tires, oh boy, it is a challenge to get these off the rims, at least in my experience. Now, if you're a seasoned pro at it, unlike me, it may not be as much of an issue for you, but for me, oh, I cannot stand it. Alright, so what I also switched over to, another tire that's carried by Bonecutter Beta at all the area Missouri races, and the Moore races, and in the wintertime hillbilly races, is this guy here. What this is the Shinko 505 cheater tire. So Shinko actually makes two 505s. They have the standard 505 and then the cheater 505, and this is the cheater. And the reason they call this cheater is, let me show you this. Hopefully you can focus on properly here. Come on, focus. Well, it'll never. Let's get that tire out of the way. Alright, so it's a lot softer compound than your standard motocross tire. Go find a knobby on your tire and try to turn it 10-15 degrees. It's not going to happen. It's a much softer compound, and the 505 is more of your standard compound. Haven't ever tried it. Actually, I've never ridden on this tire, but I'm excited to try it out. A lot of people love them. It's kind of the tire. I'm hearing a lot of talk about it lately, so I decided to give it a try. One thing I'm really curious about is the wear life and how it does. People say they've been doing pretty well, but you know what? I'm from Missouri, show me, right? So bought it, trying it out. It's a few bucks more than that guy over there. But it's still a pretty affordable tire. I imagine you can find it anywhere from $65 to $75, somewhere in that range. 65 being on the low end, I think. $75, $72 probably about standard. Not really too sure what everybody sells it for. But yeah, it's a good tire. It's more symmetrical, a traditional pattern. But it's kind of a hybrid, so kind of looking forward to it. They took that trials and put it straight up on a dirt bike. Kenda tire does the equilibrium, which is kind of more of a leaning towards the trial side. I'd say this leans more towards the motocross side, because one thing that the Kenda does is it's real square tread pattern, right? And there's not a lot of these side knobs, and that's what kind of turned me away from the equilibrium. So I'm excited to try the 505. I've never actually ridden Equilibrium, just that tread pattern, just wasn't ready to buy into it. Anyways, here we are. So thank you for watching. We're going to be at Westphalia, Louisa Dairy Farms this weekend. Super excited, so this video should be out next week. Watch for it. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, and please leave comments down below of how awesome this channel is, you know, and stuff like that. Or let me know your opinion on these tires, both of them, if you've ridden them. Also, front tires. I'll probably be doing something about that recently too. Changed out new tires on there. Talking about that maybe here soon. Anyways, Why Rush Racing signing out. See ya. Bye.